appointment to FEMA should be finalized within the week. I've already discussed the matter with the Senator.
I take it he was agreeable?
He didn't really have a choice.
Has he been infected?
Oh yes, most certainly. When I mentioned that we could put him on the priority list for the ambrosia vaccine, he was so willing it was almost pathetic.
This plague, the rioting is intensifying to the point where we may not be able to contain it.
Why contain it? Let it spill over into the schools and churches. Let the bodies pile up in the streets. In the end, they'll beg us to save them.
I've received reports of armed attacks on shipments. There's not enough vaccine to go around, and the underclasses are starting to get desperate.
Of course they're desperate. They can smell their death, and the sound they'll make rattling their cage will serve as a warning to the rest.
I hope you're not underestimating the problem. The others may not go as quietly as you think. Intelligence indicates they're behind the problems in Paris.
A bunch of pretentious old men playing at running the world. But the world left them behind long ago. We are the future.
We have other problems.
UNATCO?
Formed by executive order after the terrorist strike on the statue. I have someone in place, though. I'm more concerned about Savage. He's relocated to Vandenberg.
Our biochem corpus is far in advance of theirs, as is our electronic sentience, and their ethical inflexibility has allowed us to make progress in areas they refuse to consider.
The augmentation project?
Among other things, but I must admit that I have been somewhat disappointed in the performance of the primary unit.
The secondary unit should be online soon. It's currently undergoing preparation and will be operational within 6 months. My people will continue to report on its progress. Necessary, the primary will be terminated.
We've had to endure much, you and I, but soon there will be order again. A new age. Aquinas spoke of the mythical city on the hill. Soon that city will be a reality, and we will be crowned its kings. Not better than kings. God, not better than kings. Gods.
And I'm muted. Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Play Modded Deus Ex with me, your host Tim. And if you skipped the training mission, then we will have the opportunity to explain some of the differences as we encounter them. I already covered some of the differences that we had seen there. We're going to quickly go over the character that we created, and then we're going to begin playing the game. So let's go ahead and take a look at our skills. So, my objective with this character is to make a kind of sneaky, melee-based JC Denton. That is going to be my end goal, and you can probably skip the rest of this. There'll be a link up there right about now, which will, in the upper left, which will let you skip forward to the actual game. I'm going to spend a few minutes here, not very long hopefully, just describing what all these different skills do and what I took when I made my character. When you make a character in this game, for a new character, you're given 5,000 points to spend, and you're able to spend them to upgrade different traits. As we play through the game, we will gain experience points, and we can use that experience points to upgrade various things even further. There are 4 ranks to each skill: Untrained, Trained, Advanced, and Master, I believe are what they are. Let's cover them all really quick. Heavy weapons, this will be bazookas, GEP guns, rail rifles. I think a plasma cannon is on this as well. Pistols, this is assault. Does this cover assault rifles? No, pistols and the mini crossbow. Rifles will be assault rifles and sniper rifles and shotguns. Low tech are daggers, knives, swords. Demolition are your lambs and what have you, basically grenades. In addition to that, it also increases the amount of time you have to disarm explosive weapons or devices. Environmental training makes it so that all of your usable items you find in the game have extended length of time, and they might actually protect you a little bit better. A ballistic vest might absorb a little more damage than normal. Increasing the rank of this increases its effectiveness. Lockpicking. Lockpicking, it decreases the amount of locks it requires to get through a door by increasing the total number of health they drain. Higher ranks give you even more reduction. Electronics works the same way for multi-tools. Medicine increases the amount that you heal from medkits. Computer gives you the option of actually hacking into systems, and higher ranks in computer give you more options while in those systems. It reduces the length of time it requires to hack into them, and it gives you more options like you can actually turn the turrets against the enemy, you can just bring down cameras or what have you, besides just hacking the systems outright. And just peeking at email, for example. And swimming increases the length of time you can be in the underwater, and increases your swimming speed as well. Now, what I have done is I've left weapon pistol alone because you automatically begin this with trained, and I'd like to be able to use the hand crossbow and the pistol perhaps. Low tech, well, because I'm using a melee character, I'm going to want to be ranking up low tech, so that got trained. We took 1 rank in lockpicking, because lockpicks and multi-tools are both very difficult to acquire, and I like having this at least at trained, because this means that instead of requiring 10 lockpicks to, let's say, pick a door that has 100 health, we require only 4, because our lockpicks reduce the lock strength of doors by 25%, rather than just 10. We took computer up a rank, because this way we can hack ATMs for some extra cash, and we can take a peek at emails and deactivate cameras. Swimming I also increased at least 1 rank. I might increase it another rank. I like having swimming up at least once, because it is unbearably slow when you're in the water otherwise. Okay, so that's all we've got for the skills. Let's go ahead and start the game. And a reminder that I won't be that quiet in this time. I plan to do quite a bit of talking, as we're walking around out there. So let's also go to my inventory really quick. Alright, this is good. Let's start.
Heads up, JC. Your brother Paul is on his way to meet you at the dock. The NSF is raiding the island and shots have been fired. I repeat, find Paul. I will monitor your situation from HQ.
Looks like someone's running. 40. Soda. We'll take a look at all the descriptions of the items as well.
Paul, I thought you were in Hong Kong. Welcome to the Coalition, JC. I might as well start using your code name. Think I'd miss my brother's first day? Didn't think you'd have a choice. What's going on? The NSF. They hit one of our shipments. A few of them got away, but we trapped the rest in the statue. What are we waiting for? Looks like a textbook assault. The NSF took one of our agents hostage. The bots are holding the perimeter, but my orders are to hold back and send you in alone. I think someone high up wants to see how you handle the situation. All I've got with me is a pistol and an electric prod. I don't mind a test, but UNATCO better issue some hardware. Remember that we're police. Stick with the prod. It'll stun your opponents or knock them unconscious. A non-lethal takedown is always the most silent way to eliminate resistance. Just in case, though, Manderley wants you to pick an additional weapon. A sniper rifle, a GEP gun, or a mini crossbow.
Well, we took a low tech, so we're probably better off with the crossbow.
The crossbow. Sometimes you've got to make a silent takedown. Good thinking. With these tranquilizer darts, you'll have another non-lethal way to take down an enemy in addition to the prod. I get the idea. What's the first move? I'm going to give you a map of the island. If you can get to the North Dock, a UNATCO informant will give you a key to the statue doors. He responds to the code phrase, iron and copper. You could avoid a lot of fighting, though, if you found a back way to the statue. I'll see how it looks on shore. Your primary objective is the makeshift command center the terrorists have installed at the top of the statue, but don't forget about Agent Herman. We think he's being held on the ground floor. What are my orders when I reach the command center? Interrogate the leader. We don't yet know why the terrorists would risk an open assault.
Okay, so we've got a ton of stuff. Let's not have these on our hotbar. We won't need them. So let's go over the items we have in our inventory really quick. So what we've got here. We have a first aid kit. A UNATCO ops file note. The nanomachines of an augmented agent will automatically metabolize the contents of a medkit to efficiently heal damaged areas. An agent with medical training could greatly expedite this process. Jamie Raids. Use to heal critical body parts, or use on a character screen to direct healing to a certain body part. It's because we could lose our leg, and then we would want to definitely heal our leg so we can walk again. We have a riot prod. Because we have low tech, it actually increases the damage we do very slightly, and our reload time gets dropped very slightly, and our accuracy goes up somewhat slightly. The riot prod has been extensively used by security forces who wish to keep what remains of the crumbling piece and have found the prod to be a valuable tool. Its short-range, tentonizing effect is most effective when applied to the torso when the subject is taken by surprise. We have a normal pistol, which we've already read in the training. A 40. Cold sweat, 40-ounce malt liquor. Never let them see your cold sweat. 1 count of it. We have some soda. Aside from the bold-faced title, the can appears to be blank. Closer inspection shows the original printing has been removed, and the new name printed on top. The words, Got Electrolytes and Thirst Mutilator are still barely visible. Wow. That's pretty amazing. I think we're going to shift these around a little bit to be something like this. We'll use the health kits actually in my inventory rather than during the middle of battle. Now, soda can be used to heal 2 hit points. I think alcohol might be able to as well. I'm not sure.
What's your take on the situation, Corporal?
The bots have them bottled up, sir. We'd go right in if it weren't for the whole back order.
How'd they get one of our agents?
Gunter went rogue on us. When the order came, he wouldn't pull back. Now you get to bail him out. Welcome aboard, Agent.
Thank you, soldier. Binoculars. Oh, that was the wrong button. That was the put the thing away button. That's going to get me in trouble more than once, I have a hunch. Okay. Binoculars are really useful because you can zoom in to see exactly what direction someone's walking in. At long distances, you might have a hard time finding out, well, where they're facing. So I'm going to be holding on to these probably for most of the game. And I'm a big fan of lockpicks. I've definitely upgraded them. Let's take a look at the binoculars. A pair of military binoculars, okay? And the crowbar. A crowbar. Hit someone or something with it. Repeat. Many crowbars we call murder of crowbars. We'll always have one for combat. Gunther Herman. Oh, nice. That's kind of awesome. We've already read about the lockpick in the training mission. There's secret stuff hidden around, so we're going to be rewarded for exploring. You also get some bonus experience for doing so as well. And here's the ocean. I guess we probably could swim, maybe around this place. In any case, we have some boxes down here. And we definitely use a multi-tool. That's a bioelectric cell. Oh, water. You can see our breath as that meter on the upper left-hand corner, the right-hand side of my ragdoll. And that decreases it all the way, we begin to drown, taking damage. One more second, everyone. I need to do more of this really quick. It's going to go down here. Multi-tool goes to 9. This goes to 8 because I need it that way. It occurs to me that I have not been to Liberty Island myself in quite a long time. Not since I was, I think, 9 years old. Let's talk to our brother some more.
You just gonna stay here? There's been some activity at sea. I'm going to watch the coast. Why'd they bring you back to New York? I don't know what they have planned. I messed up an assassination attempt on one of the Triad leaders in Hong Kong. UNATCO pulled you out. It's a long story. You better head to the statue. Which Triad was UNATCO targeting? We'll talk about that later. How was your graduation? I want to hear what happened. I wish I could have come. At the time, I could have cared less that Mom and Dad came to mine, but it was a good thing. The UN threw a dinner in honor of me, the first nano-augmented agent. I didn't know that. Guess I must be old news. Dad made a toast. I don't know if you remember his old brown suit. A toast? That doesn't sound like our father. It was hard for him in front of the diplomats, but he savored every moment. Strange how proud he could be when so much was due to our augmentations. Yes, he was proud. I believe that much. It was nice to have done something for him and Mom. I wish someone could have been there for you. I'm used to being on my own. One can be too self-sufficient, I'm coming to believe.
Interesting. So, I guess our parents died.
NSF everywhere, JC. Your orders are to shoot on sight. A UNATCO informant on the North Dock can get you inside the statue. Look for a bomb. Identify yourself with the phrase, iron and copper.
So that was a bunch of different types of ammo for us, which would be really, really handy. We picked up a charger, a recharge for the charger, some bullets for our pistol, and some actual darts for our crossbow. Oh, which reminds me, we haven't looked at the crossbow yet. The mini crossbow was specifically developed for espionage work and accepts a range of dart types, normal, tranquilizer, or flare, that can be changed depending upon the mission requirements. Tranquilizer darts are currently equipped. A mini crossbow dart tipped with something variant that causes complete skeletal muscle relaxation, effectively incapacitating a target in a non-lethal manner. I'm not going to make the attempt.
If you want to make a covert approach, remember the Academy's stealth course. Stay out of their field of view, walk slowly to stay quiet, and crouch behind cover. Or if you have to get your hands dirty, remember that a headshot is a lethal takedown.
That guy's armed with a pistol. Let's see what direction he goes in. Okay, good. Alright, let's move up. So one of the first things we're going to discuss... Oh, wow, someone else as well. So their range of sight is not very good, so thankfully, unless they get really super close to us, we should be able to do some stealthing here. So that guy's walking the other way. I'd like to search that body that's right up ahead. And that guy's armed with a tranquilizer, a crossbow. Enemies who have a crossbow almost always have the tranquilizer darts in them. Okay, so the very first thing different, well, many things different, but one of the different things between this mod and the normal game is that corpses have random stuff on them, which is to say that you can find all sorts of things on people when you loot them. Knock out a guard, they'll have some random stuff that makes sense for a guard to possess. So what do we get? We have a candy bar, we have some cigarettes, coughing nails, when you've just got to have a cigarette, and Chocolint Dream. It's chocolate, it's people, it's both. 85% recycled material. Wow. A baton, and a pepper gun. The pepper gun's interesting, they've changed it in this game. You can now be reloaded, I think? Maybe it always could have been, but it's a little more efficient than what it used to be. I still don't intend to use it because it requires us getting very close to the enemy, and that usually involves us getting shot in the chest several times. Cigarettes in this version of the mod also give you a bonus to your accuracy when you smoke them, I believe, but I'm just going to drop these. Now, I've played the game many times before, so I'm very familiar with where I need to go, and I have a good idea of how we're going to get there. So we approached here on the south dock. We are now currently about here. My plan is to sneak around the place and try to get to the north dock this way. We'll see how successful we are at that. Though, to be honest, I've usually knocked out all the guards on the way, so this is the first time I am not doing this. It sounds like that guard is walking back, so we'll pick this up. Multi-tool, well, that's going to be really handy. Yeah, unlike Thief, so right now we're probably completely hidden. But again, unlike the Thief series, we can't actually see how well we're hidden. But you're most likely safe unless the guards are actually looking for you and right up on top of you if you're in this much darkness. So I hope so. So this is a terrorist attack on the statue. Another one, because the statue was already attacked earlier.
That's the difference right there. Just take a look at him.
Bad?
They cut off his arm, replaced half his face.
Herman, right? He's a good soldier. Killed 3 of our men.
They'd have replaced his whole body if it would have improved performance. If that's how you judge a man, by performance, then eventually it's not about people, but upgrades, versions, functionality.
All I know is we could use a few mechs for ops like this.
Soon as we buy into the cult of the machine, we're just like them.
Rhetoric. Always more rhetoric.
Sounds like the terrorists don't agree with themselves. Whether they all consist of different people with different beliefs, I guess. Or, well, can I really make that assumption from the conversation of two of them? They're both... Oh, wait. One tranquilizer dart and one pistol. We're going to walk along this way. It is pretty bright here, but I think we'll be okay. They're looking in the other direction. Tranquilizer darts are very dangerous if you're ever hit by one of them in this game. They will do a lot of damage to you. Basically, they do incapacitate you, no matter where you're struck. You can expect that part of your body to lose all the health it had. A pistol and probably another tranquilizer dart. Or another... I keep saying tranquilizer dart. Another crossbow. Hand crossbow. We'll have to watch that guard. I think he walks around the building like this. Well, so far pretty good. We're making it through undetected. Gonna be sneaky. Nice. Alright, so is there anything here? I've set my hotkeys to something more easily accessible than the F keys as well. No, nothing. I think we'll watch this guard for a little bit. I also think he has a crossbow. Yes, he does. Okay, so we definitely could use the ammo for our crossbow. So we're going to sneak up on him, and we're going to incapacitate him from behind, I think. Alright, so what have we learned so far about this world? So there's rioting everywhere. There's a plague going on, probably killing tons of people. At the moment, looks like the NSF, which we haven't learned the name of yet, is here and has raided this place. And the only reason why NACO has not taken them out is because they want to see how I handle the situation. Here we go. Our first knockout attempt. Let's see how successful we are. Sneaking up on them is a fantastic way to knock them out with one single hit if they're unaware of you. We'll then leave the body over here. Cool. And we picked up some tranquilizer darts for the crossbow. Probably only one or two. Can we actually tell by looking at my ammo count? We have 5 tranquilizer darts. Can use more ammo for the pistol. I'd rather not use the pistol, it is loud. I will use it once combat breaks out. Now, do those stack? They do not. Did we find any more ammo for it? We did not. So picking up this stuff just makes it so that you... well, it just disappears. In the original game, you would just be unable to pick it up completely. Oh, I think your combat knives can now be thrown in this version of the game. And I'm going to use the combat knife instead of the crowbar. Mostly because it takes less inventory space. This is all the stuff I don't really need to keep, but we're going to hold on to it anyway because we have inventory space. There is no weight in the game, so you can carry as much as you want as long as it fits into your inventory space. Whoa, that was frightening. Let's actually save the game really quick. I know there's a guard down there. There he is. And we're going to incapacitate him. We could probably sneak down there and knock him out with a charge. That's all it takes. Normal soldiers and terrorists will get knocked out instantly. Well, that's not true, but they will end up knocked out as long as you hit them with a tranquilizer dart. You can use a hazmat suit. Remember that in this version of the game, usable items like a hazmat suit you can deactivate them to save their charge. Another combat knife, 2 ammo, another soda, and something else. Oh, multi-tool. What's up here? Else.
This power box must have been damaged in the raid. Don't cross through the arcs. I'm also picking up an EMP field here. If you're not careful, it'll suck away your bioelectrical energy.
I think this also damages you if you just try to run through it. So if you don't know what's happening there, that gentleman is watching us through what we see. Kind of like a Let's Play. Only like, I guess streaming, which wasn't around back in the day. Brother, I've set up the turrets and cameras in the statue ruins. A hasty defense. But since we won't be here long, you should work. The security computer login is NSF001. The password is Smash the State. Looks like he should have deleted that, especially if he's at the place which he's raiding. So I'm interested in seeing what's on the other side of this. We can do that by making a little staircase for us to get across here. As you can see, you get bonus experience points for exploring stuff. It's always in your best interest to try to search everything. Besides, we just got a laser modification. So let's look at this. A laser targeting dot eliminates any inaccuracy resulting from the inability to visually gauge a projectile's point of impact. Drag over a weapon to upgrade. Weapons highlighted in green can be upgraded with this mod. Put it on our tranquilizer dart. Our crossbow. I'm gonna call it tranquilizer dart forever. And there it is. I think we can deactivate it by pushing this button. That will show you where it's actually going to go. So it looks like it's actually going off to the right slightly. I have to recalibrate our crossbow. Fire extinguisher. A chemical fire extinguisher. If you're set on fire, you can instantly use one of these to put yourself out. We'll hold on to this at the moment. We can do some cleaning up when I actually need to worry about cleaning up. We have a weapon modification, a clip. An extended magazine that increases clip capacity beyond the factory default. Drag over weapon to upgrade. Weapons highlighted in green can be upgraded with this mod. We will not use it at the moment, though I do intend to upgrade a pistol with it. I don't think I'll upgrade this pistol with it. Not yet, at least. Nice. A bioelectric cell. That's all there is to it to avoid taking nasty EMP damage. You could also use a multi-tool on that to deactivate this if you so wish. Most puzzles in the game will have multiple ways to solve them, just like what we saw. Not all of them, to my knowledge, will have a way to avoid using resources altogether, however. Now, we don't have to go and see the agent on the docks, but we're going to anyway. He might have some information we can use here. Stepping on rats will make them squeak, and I think it also kills them, which can be bad if you're trying to sneak through an area. Yeah, they also don't like you getting close to them and they start running away. Using our IFF, we're able to see that that is a friendly bot. Our targeting reticule would have turned red otherwise. Now, you can use these security bots to not kill people, but yet kill them. You can fire at someone and not do enough damage to kill them, and then run. The security bot will then target that enemy and eliminate them for you. And thus you can complete missions, quote, without murdering everyone. but still murder everyone. So it really works in your favor. We will end up running back to this bot if we do end up in any combat situations. That guy has a sniper rifle. That will be very bad for us if he decides to come, if he ever detects us.
It all happened an hour ago. The barge docked and the NSF moved right on in, offloading the cargo into speedboats. Our undercover man, Harley Philbin, should be somewhere out on the docks now.
Let's wait for that one guard to do his searching. Then we'll go out there and see what we can do. And by that, I mean incapacitate and knock them both out. Well, I like the effect of the charger. That's really nice. That's indeed going to shock them. You can't accelerate your crawl any faster than this, by the way. And we could hop up this, probably to get around them, but I'd rather knock them out. So we can do this. Jump with the crossbow. It's going really bad for me if he sees me. That one took 3 hits. That's most of my charge. We only have about 4 charges left in this. So our knives are beginning to stack, and I think we can throw them. We actually don't need a crossbow. We got that from the dead body. We throw it by... Yep. You can throw them by using the middle key in this version of the game, and they stack. That's really nice, as opposed to... Now, I think there are still throwing knives, and they work a little differently than these ones. I think they do more damage when they're thrown than melee. We'll find out in a little bit. We've got some more charges for a crossbow. I think we're up to 5 now. Back up to 5. 30-06 ammo used for the sniper rifle. It occurs to me that probably my government would take advantage of the fact of a attack on the Statue of Liberty to really clamp down on all the rights we have here in America. Which is probably how UNACO was constructed in order to deal with more terrorist threats. Didn't we make Homeland Security a thing? We lost a bunch of our privacy rights, spying on us now all the time. Oh, boxes. We should cover boxes. Boxes with this green symbol and the serpent with the staff. These contain medical kits. Purple ones contain miscellaneous equipment, such as multi-tools or lockpicks. The ones that have the shotgun shells on them always contain ammunition for your weapons. The TNT there will destroy you if you hit it when you're close enough to it. Please make sure you do not attack such things. And this one, I believe, also either explodes or leaves poison gas everywhere. And some zap cola.
About time you showed up. Iron and copper. The statue is copper on an iron frame, right?
Password's enough, pal. Don't think you know something about the lady I don't. My dad did tours out here.
I heard that you can get me inside.
Depends. You get your man out, take back the statue, whatever. But I know the commander and I don't want to see him get hurt. Here's a picture so you don't make a mistake.
And now we're given an option of what to say again. I'm going to go with the safer option, which is to say that I might have to kill him, because I don't know anything about him.
I can't promise. In the line of duty, I may have to use force.
Buddy, I don't know. The commander's not much of a soldier. He'll surrender right away.
I don't see anyone waving a white flag.
He's my main contact at the NSF. I need him alive and out on bail, or I don't have much of a business. You can forget the key.
We have an emergency here. A terrorist offensive on UN-protected territory. Do you work for UNATCO or not?
There's more than one way into the statue. You want to kill rebels, you're on your own. You should sneak in from the back. Less chance of a shootout that way.
Well, while we're here, pick up this dagger and all these flares. Flares. A flare. Count 2. No description for that one, apparently. I like flares, although they have limited use. We don't really need them too much because we do have our light, but they can be useful for saving some bioelectrical energy.
You with Philbin?
I get a cut for bringing him over.
Tell me what you know about the NSF operation.
I'm not that high level. The more elite troops, they're the ones that took over the ship and unloaded it into speedboats. I think we're supposed to be a diversion.
A ship?
That's all I know. The commander gave me a 10mm clip, a box of 30-06 ammo, and some crossbow darts and said, keep your head down. Like I'm gonna take on your NATCO troops. Want 'em? You can have the clip for 175, the 30-06 for 300, and the darts for 50. But if I was you, I'd avoid a head-on attack altogether and not even use the key Philbin got. I'd go in the statue from the back. Less security that way.
You could probably use the darts.
I'll give you 50 for the darts.
The commander's the whole reason my neighborhood turned into a war zone. Somebody should stick him full of these things like a roast pig.
Oh, wow. Blames him for the, I guess, the attack or the battle.